welcome. We're on African time at the moment, so slight delay. Those who have been to AHIF, I'm sure that video brings back some wonderful memories. For those that haven't, I hope it gives you a good idea as to what the Africa Hospitality Investment Forum is about. You're here today at the Future Hospitality Summit, which is our view of the global markets, and we're very pleased to be talking about Africa in some detail here today with some great speakers. The Africa Hospitality Investment Forum is, for those that don't know, pretty much a cookie cutter of what you're experiencing here today, barring the fact that obviously it looks directly into the African market. It is in Africa for Africa. It brings together roughly 500 to 600 individuals, owners, investors, developers, especially from the African market, and we put them in touch with advisory and with operators, and we look to do deals, and we look to create more opportunities and jobs across the continent. Now, there's no such thing as a free lunch, so I'm actually, after Trevor, going to get you to do a little bit of work, but I did want to talk to you about some of the little changes, little nuances that we're looking to address in 2025. I'm hoping this will work. So the first thing that we're doing is we're looking at changing some of the formats. The formats that work really well in Africa for this particular event are discussion groups and workshops and small group work. So we're going to continue with a lot of those types of sessions. But we're also going to take a pause and close the networking area, the exhibition, for a morning, so that we can really concentrate on some of the bigger issues and tackle some of those. And we're going to get you guys to have a little think about what some of those might be in a minute. The second thing we're doing is we're going to alternate between two fixed locations. So when I launched AHIF 13, 14 years ago, the premise was to be for Africa, in Africa, and then we realized pretty quickly that Africa was absolutely gigantic, and it was massively diverse, and it had multiple opportunities. And it was also very difficult to be in one part of the country, or one part of the continent, and attract another part. So we moved the event around. But this actually has caused some issues in the sense that we never know where we are until maybe early next year. So we're deciding to scale the event up and have these two fixed locations in the coming years, and we'll rotate with them. But this then also causes the question, well then how do you unearth new markets? Well, first thing we're doing is employing someone in Africa to do some groundwork for us and work those markets and help us to develop new relationships with new developers in those key markets. And the second thing we're doing is continuing our focus on a product that we're calling Market Days, so effectively side events that are invitation only, smaller group work where we can sort of invite a group over, probably funded most likely by a destination who want to promote projects, and that's the premise behind it. We'll start to look at some of those projects. So hopefully we'll be able to run one or two of those every year in January, February or November, with the main event being in June, with these critical markets which we want to use. Particularly, obviously, they're key markets for Africa, but they're the connected markets, so make it easy for us to get in and out of that. So they're the sort of three things. So be prepared to come to Cape Town in June. We'd love to see you there. It's the first time we would ever be in South Africa, actually as a destination. We were in Namibia last year, the closest we got. What I'd like to do now, though, is invite Trevor to the stage to give us the pipeline discussion for Africa, and then I'll jump on a little bit later and get you guys to do a little bit of work. Thank you.